Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for jumping on. I really just wanted a chance to get to talk to everybody, have kind of a little vision casting session, just kind of share with you what's on my heart. We had a really fantastic January, and so that means a lot of new faces, a lot of people coming in with the idea of maybe I want to share, maybe I don't really know if it's for me, maybe it is for me. And so what I really like to do is just share with you my story. A lot of you I've had the pleasure of actually talking to already one-on-one, and the rest of you I intend to get there. So if you've not had a chance to connect with me and you want to, your sponsor will be able to make that happen. So my name's Christina. I'm a senior Ruby ambassador, which just means that if you're looking for some breakthroughs in the area of either health or finances, you've come to the right place. My team had 5 rank ups last month, which is just incredible, especially for the first month of the year. A lot of other teams find themselves kind of at a lull in the beginning of the year, but our team has been in full momentum now for the last 2. So if you're not familiar with our comp plan, that is okay. How do I make Facebook stop alerting me, y'all? I'm going to go nuts. If I turn my volume off, can y'all still hear me? Let's see. Can you hear me, Tina? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Awesome. I turned my computer volume off so I can't hear that dinging noise. Anyways, I am a school teacher by trade. I taught 7 years in 4th grade here in the same school district that I grew up in. I have 4 babies, ranging from ages 14 to just turned 1 in January. So a big, wide range of children, and I really have a passion for just teaching, whether that's teaching my team or teaching my children or teaching my team's children, whatever. I really just love getting to find out someone's goals and help them achieve it. So I got turned on to Plexus, probably very similar to how some of you guys did. I look healthy enough. I work out, we eat well, but I had some hidden health concerns that you couldn't have just known by looking at me. Some struggles with high blood pressure, significant struggles with high blood pressure. Some of you guys know my story. My oldest daughter was born at 24 weeks. She weighed 1 pound, 5 ounces. And so it was a very traumatic time for us. And then I spent over a decade on 5 to 7 blood pressure medications. I struggled with some anxiety. I struggled with some restless legs, which is torture, by the way, torture. And so on the outside looking in, you would have thought we were really healthy. My husband's into bodybuilding. And so, but I just knew I didn't feel my best every day. Rarely, actually, did I feel my best. So if you had asked me, hey, do you have some health struggles? I'd have been like, no, I don't go to the doctor. I have all these kids. I'm happy. I had a happy life, and I really did. But I did not feel great every day. So my friend Brittany had been sharing about Plexus. I was in grad school at the time, finishing my 2nd graduate degree. So research was something that I was already used to. So I did some research in the area of gut health, and it did not take me long to realize that just about every single thing that people struggle with, including every single thing that I struggle with, was rooted in gut health. And so I knew very quickly that if I wanted to heal my major issues, I just had to address the issues of gut health and blood sugar balance. So I jumped in with Brittany on the products. I've known her and loved her since middle school. And so probably about 6 months in, I was off of half my blood pressure medication. Before the end of the first year, I was off of all of them with my doctor's approval and blessings. And he was, very ecstatic for me. And so here I am. I've been on the products about 4 years. And so I knew from my own story that just about every single person is walking around with struggles that we probably know nothing about. People don't walk around and say, I have a hard time going to the bathroom, or I struggle with migraines. But y'all, I was in a field of educators who, it was not abnormal for them to miss a month or more with migraines. Teachers, we have a ton of stress, right? And so migraines, they show themselves when stress is prevalent. Again, all of that is related to your gut. So I say that to say, knowing that how grateful I was that someone shared with me about these products, I started realizing that I had my hands on something that could make a huge difference. I realized that people were silently struggling and that I had a solution. And so I began to share with them. I began to let people know what I had my hands on. If they were open to info, then I was always willing to share. If they weren't, it didn't hurt my feelings because it was never about me. It's always been about helping other people. And so I did, and I did it consistently. And I had different strategies and tools that I could teach you. But y'all, within my first 9 months, I matched my teaching income, which in the state of Georgia, you get paid based off of your qualifications. And so I was making not only teacher pay, but I had my step increases, and then I was getting paid for both my master's and my specialist. So I was making a decent amount of money. But y'all, I have 4 kids. And so you get paid once a month as a teacher, and you guys know how kids are. Like, they'll show you the field trip form the night before it's due. And here where my kids go to school, I'm very blessed with 2 gifted older children. I don't know if the younger 2 are gifted or not. Who knows? But the older 2 are. And so their field trips are $400 a pop, like that. And so teachers don't generally have $400 left over out of their one paycheck. And it's not like I can go to school early and teach harder or better or stay longer or do more to make more. You only make what you get paid. And so I knew that what I wanted to do with my family was gonna require some form of income. I don't believe that money buys happiness, but I do believe that just about everything that I want to do and give my kids requires money. And so my wheels were turning, you guys, and people that you know, their wheels are turning too. More people, a Harvard study proves, more people go to bed worried about finances than they do about health. So I have a solution for both. If someone is struggling financially, I can help them. I have helped girls on my team quit their job, change their job to a different job that they wanted to go to. I have girls who are about to quit their job. I was about to say fixing to, but I know that's a Southern thing. So they are going to quit their job very soon. And so I did. I matched my teaching income, I replaced it, and then I saved for a year, and now I'm home. I never in a million years thought I would be a stay-at-home mom again, but it gives me options. I have 2 kids in middle school, so they're here and there and everywhere. And so I just want to encourage you that if the idea has popped into your brain, like, man, it would be nice if I didn't have to budget for my products. Like, what if I could make $100 and cover my own products every month? Or maybe you've even thought so far as maybe I could like cover a car payment. I know for me, if someone had told me in the beginning that I could make $322 in my first month or $422 in my first 2 weeks, that would have been a game changer because that's a car payment for us. And so a car payment that I don't have to make out of my teaching income would have been a huge blessing. And so maybe you're thinking that. Maybe you're thinking, oh my gosh, if I could just pay the car payment, my husband wouldn't have to. Or maybe you're thinking, oh my gosh, like in my wildest dreams, if I could pay a mortgage payment, like what could we do with that extra mortgage payment money? I could put Christmas money aside. With a mortgage payment, I could probably take my kids to a little vacation. With my mortgage payment, I could probably pay off this credit card. So I don't know what you're thinking in your brain, but I just want to explain to you that Plexus is wide open. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Mary Kay. You either know a Mary Kay rep, have a rep, or used to be a rep because Mary Kay is a very successful network marketing company. And Plexus will be a lot like that. In 5 years, Plexus will be a household name. But right now, less than 3% of the population has ever even heard of Plexus. So if you don't share it with someone, someone is going to. So it might as well be you. And that's what I want you to know. I want you to know companies like Mary Kay, they have tens of thousands of top level people, and Plexus has 100. That's it. Not 100,000, not 10,000, not even 1,000. We have 100 top level people in the entire company. So it is wide open. Maybe you're thinking, I could never make, our average diamond makes about $430,000 a year. And maybe you're thinking, I could never do that. But did you know that our average gold ambassador, which is just our second rank, our average gold ambassador makes about $980 a month. So there's that mortgage payment. And you get there after your first rank up is silver. That's when you have 3 friends join you. And the very next rank is gold. So I just want to encourage you that even if you think, oh my gosh, I could never be a network marketer professionally, I thought the same thing, and 80% of our diamonds did too. But even if you think that, even if you say, hey, you know what, I'm happy with what I'm doing, but I really could bless my family financially, understand that this could be as big as you want it, and you always are entitled to go at your own pace. I love with Plexus that we have no quota. We have no minimum. We have nobody barking down your back wanting to know if you're going to do more, be more, show up more. We simply are here. Our team has some of the best resources that you could possibly want. Training videos. I listen to videos in my car. I call it my rolling university because I have a bunch of kids. I don't have time to sit down and watch a video, but I can listen when I'm folding clothes, or I can listen in my car. Like, you can make things happen. We all are blessed with the same 24 hours in the day. We are the ones who choose how to feel it. Feel it, not feel it, feel it. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the fact that we're wide open. One thing that I hear a lot of people say sometimes is, I just don't think I have a network. Like, people I know already like Plexus, or they've tried it before. And here's one thing I want to remind you, is that network marketing is not about who you know. Network marketing is entirely about who you know and who they know, and who they know, and who they know. Many of you on here would have never, ever been connected with me if it weren't for someone that we knew in the middle, or if it weren't for the fact that I was willing to reach out and make a connection. So network marketing isn't a matter of, I must have a lot of influence with the people that I know right now. That's definitely not the case. And we can show you how to very effectively just share what you have your hands on in a way that you don't feel sleazy or slimy or like a salesperson, because that's not attractive. But we can help you do it in a way that's supportive and casual and just fun. We really have the best time. If you had told me a couple years ago that we would be winning trips and shopping sprees and just getting to do what we're doing, I'm flying to Arizona in like 36 hours for a full weekend at the spa. I'm going to see the execs at corporate office. Y'all, that just would have never been my life as a teacher. I loved what I did, and I loved my administration, but they were not throwing shopping sprees at me, no matter how high my test scores were. So I just really want to encourage you. If you are thinking about, maybe Plexus could change this for me. Maybe Plexus could ease this one little burden. Maybe Plexus could just pay for my kids' recreational activities, because Lord knows that that's expensive. If you're thinking that maybe it could, I'm here to tell you, if you're willing to just learn, it absolutely can. You have to be willing to learn, because in anything you endeavor in, you have to be willing to learn, right? I couldn't go to Burger King and just walk behind the counter and start ringing people up. I would have to know what's on the menu and how to work their register. I have to learn a few things. And so if you're a lover of learning, then you can absolutely take this as far as you want, and the choice is yours. So I just want to encourage you that sometimes making that, one little step of faith, or doing what's scary or what's different, will be the exact thing that will snowball some significant change in your life. So if you would not be thrilled a year from now to be in the same exact spot you are now, then let's do something about it. Let's change something. Let's learn something. Let's try something. Because I promise you, this team is full of women who will support you and love on you and help make sure that that's a priority and that is a possibility. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I am happy to open it up for questions if anyone has any questions. I'm going to stop the recording though, so that you know that your stuff is off the record. Literally. Hold on one second.